Making this recording of dissecting or taking apart and putting back together my Phillips Respironics Dream Machine that was issued to me by the Cleveland Wade Park Veterans Administration Hospital Sleep Department approximately 2.5-3 years ago. And first of all, I'm going to say, yes, I've always used, shortly after I got this device, I went out and I purchased online a SoClean OZONE CPAP cleaning device. And I used it religiously. And no way did SoClean in their materials say not to use it on any machine or whatsoever. But I want to preface this with the fact that this is the original manual brochure that came with this machine, and having looked through it, Phillips says OZONE is an unauthorized cleaning method for their machine. They're backing away from you use OZONE, it's your fault. As I said, I got this machine 3 years ago along with this manual, and in the cleaning there is mention not once, caution, do not use ozone or ultraviolet. No, it's not on here. The cleaning specifies strictly, and I quote, warning, avoid electrical shocks. Always unplug power cord from wall outlets before cleaning the device. Do not immerse the device in any fluids. Unplug the device. Wipe the outside device with a clean, dry dampen with water and mild detergent. Let device dry completely before plugging in the power cord. Inspect device and all circuit parts for damage. After cleaning, replace damaged parts. That is cleaning the device. Cleaning or replacing filters, that's the same thing. They say under normal usage you should clean reusable blue pollen filters at least once every 2 weeks. I mean, I have replaced that filter periodically. I've had to get them online through Amazon. Dirty inlet filters, note message is reminder only. Device does not detect performance of filters, nor does it recognize filter has been cleaned or replaced. Device is operating, stop the airflow, disconnect. This is all well and good. Cleaning the tubing, they specify wash the tubing and the mask adapters if included before use and daily. And they caution, do not clean tubing, mask adapter with bleach, alcohol, solutions containing bleach or alcohol, or solutions containing conditioners or moisturizers. Nothing about ozone or UV. Now I realize that in the medical institutes, they use ozone and they use UV for killing viruses and bacteria. So, having a ozone device would keep my machine clean, which is why I bought it. I didn't buy it to circumvent their, it says nowhere in this manual, user's manual, does it say anything about ozone. Additional notices, the Bluetooth, there's a notice on Bluetooth, notice on DreamStation therapy device transmits data, notice on this device contains FCC certified Bluetooth radio. I mean, it's got a radio transmitter for communicating with the medical institution that prescribed this device for you. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever about unauthorized use of ozone, unauthorized use of UV devices. Nothing. That's what they said then. Not what they're saying now, obviously. But the reason I am going to open this device up is to, I've seen on YouTube other people have opened up the Dream Station, and some of them have actually taken out the foam, and they've taken out solid pieces of foam. I am going to open this one up because this is serial number J1291506812B6. This is the one that was issued to me by the Veterans Administration, and I hold Veterans Administration no accountability for what you're about to see in here, because they didn't know. This is an expensive machine, and as part of my veterans benefits, they got it for me. If I have any issues with the Veterans Administration, it is the fact that Phillips, in their publications on online, their web address addressing the Phillips recall, specifies to stop using the Dream Station or any device that's under the recall. Stop using it. And the people at Veterans Affairs in this department said, you can go ahead, continue using it, because they don't know what to do. There's a recall, it's something that stinks, and they're going the way of, nah. Yet the manufacturer says stop using it, and the VA says continue to use it. I have stopped using it. I haven't used this device in over a month. I haven't used a CPAP in over a month. I have one ordered. Anyhow, let us progress. Continue with the dissection. And here she is. As I said, a little fuzzy, but that's the serial number. Manufactured in 2017. So this device is 4 years old. So yeah, I may have been using this for 3 years. Using ozone all the time. We start by removing the humidifier chamber. Set that aside. We open up the side doors, and because of flexibility, first of all remove the cellular modem. Remove one of the side doors. Remove the other side door. Remove the filter. And there are two screws. This is the I'm going to pause the video now and get a magnetic tray so I don't lose any of these magnetic parts. And there are got to take the SD card out. There. Now, the circuit board on top. Put on my glasses so I can find these screws. There are 2 screws on top for the circuit board. These are all the same screw, obviously. Yeah. And there's a gang plug. Let's see, then I'm going to keep the forward control panel with the LCD screen connected to the circuit board by the ribbon cable, and work out the rear plug. And good old Swiss Army. This one's being a little oh, I turned the camera off where I went and got another screwdriver and pried out on this little rubber doohickey here. This bushing is supposed to go here, right? Okay, there's the blower housing, the blower, and the filter air duct housing. Put the circuit board and control panel out of the way here. And we have 3, 4 T-slot screws, or not T-slot. I don't even know the number of this T screwdriver. These 4 screws hold the cover for the blower chamber in. And loosen the adhesion of the rubber gasket. And again, the rubber blocks, isolation, vibration isolation blocks. And we have two screws holding the air chamber in. And you can probably already see why I am going, everybody else is, every other YouTuber who's done this has shown you the so-called offending material, the polyethylene polyurethane foam used for sound deadening by Phillips Respironics. I don't know if any of the other manufacturers use it. They use a black foam, but whether it's the same as this, I do not know. Need something to get this last screw out of here. Civilized fashion. There. Pull out this little sealing block and remove the blower assembly. Now the inside of these fan blades, I'm going to zoom in, or I'm going to focus in. You can probably see the leading edge on the turbine. Here. Here's my screwdriver here. There we go. Leading edge on the white turbine is got black stuff on it, which suggests that the inside of the turbine has a slight buildup of broken down polyurethane foam. And as to the chamber itself, this one, the primary one, which is your air intake here, pulls in here, goes through this one, crosses over, somewhere, I think down here maybe, I don't know, but it continues here. As you can see, that's pretty much gone. And there's traces of it stuck. Now this happened when I'd opened this up before. There were flecks of polyurethane foam down there which I tried to wipe out with my finger, and it turned to goo. So it smeared. There's a little fleck of it right there. My patience while I focus this thing back out again. I'm trying to get a good focus here. Here is, this is the output of the blower assembly. Just do a little probe in here with the brand new clean Q-tip. And so far, no. Okay, we resumed. Had to take a call. Anyhow, this is the, getting back to the air chamber, this is the one where the foam has definitely disintegrated. And to illustrate how this stuff is, this is the bottom, so I mean the flecks of black foam have come off and they are stuck to the bottom here inside. I'm going to try and maneuver a Q-tip in here and grab a sample. Well, it's flaky looking there. This stuff is soft and it smears. But it is light enough, obviously, to migrate by air. And this is the this is the chamber where the on the negative pressure or the suction side of the blower. It goes through the blower. Now I got a fresh Q-tip, and like I showed before, I'm gonna wipe this finger off. As I said before, there's traces of this stuff on the leading blades, bleeding edge of the blades of the turbine. It's definitely in there, which means even if I had the urge to clear all this black foam out of this air chamber, like a lot of the other YouTube sites have demonstrated, you're not going to get this stuff out of this. It's in here. As a matter of fact, in the humidifier chamber, I don't see too much in here. There's usually a lot of turbulence, but in here managed to get a little bit out of the output port in the humidifying chamber. Now I'm not going to go taking this part apart and looking for, I don't visibly see any on the intake port here. This does not look good. I will not reuse this machine. This black foam polyurethane insert is completely destroyed. Probably by ozone. And while the manufacturer says we never authorized you to use ozone, I say you never not authorized it either. From your own printed literature, you mention nothing about do not use ozone cleaners or ultraviolet light cleaners on this machine. Obviously, it is some research that you did not do at the time. When you put a product out there, you must test it under all possible circumstances, including the fact that there is an outfit out there that sells equipment for cleaning your devices. And if it's going to cause a problem with your devices, then you should put the statement in here. Come on, Pand. That's where you should say it. At the time that the machine was brand new and about to be used. Not after the lawyers start popping up and looking for money. My health is worth more than plain money. Luckily, I think, I'm not sure, but I think I'm good. Perhaps by the grace of God. I do not know. However, I'm going to reassemble this device. To put it back together. put it back in the packaging. And I think it is appalling that you folks cannot get replacement devices out as soon as possible. I mean, sooner than 12 months. One, two, three, four screws. I back it out until I feel it fall in. Because I don't necessarily want to cut new threads. I'm going to try and utilize the original threads, as these are all the same screw. Those of you watching, I'm pretty much done with my demonstration. I'm just demonstrating that I'm putting the thing back together and I am capable, competent enough to reassemble an electronic device. Gotta make sure I put in all the bushings. Here it might be best if I pull this loose. Start this down. Engage the rubber O-ring in the front and line parts up in the plastic slots. And there are two screws here. No interference on the wiring. Plenty of slack to connect up the circuit board. Plug in the motor. Make sure all these screw holes line up. I'm not seeing it. Install the cell phone modem. Reinstall the SD card. Reinstall the intake filter. And reinstall the doors. Reinstall the humidification chamber. I'm going to pause and go get the power supply so we can check to see that thing still runs after being molested by a non-Phillips technician. And now have the power supply, 80-watt power supply that came with it. Plugging it in. Still runs, although as I said, I will not use it. Three-night summary, click to close. Okay, that's click to close. bring the, so that we can read this screen, I will bring the brightness down. And focus in. We're in video was kind of an epilogue video, the long video about taking apart my Phillips Respironics Dream Station. I said you've been using it about 3 years or so, three and a half years. In total, this is how many therapy hours the machine has recorded and how many hours the blower has run. 1166 days, 714 compliance. I don't know what that means. But start day is February 6, 2018. So I have been using this machine since February of 2018. Not every day. There have been days I've been away or whatever, but this is how long I've been using this machine. And of course, I haven't used it in the past several days. Haven't used it in the past 30 days. Machine hours and blower hours. And so that's it. That's it for this recording.